Hello, my lovely Geminis. Welcome to your 2018 yearly reading. I'm going to give you a 2018 yearly reading. It is for all Gemini, and I'm going to give you a month-by-month breakdown of the energy that is around for you on a monthly basis for 2018. So you'll get an overall view of what 2018 holds for you, the opportunities that are there for you. It's about working with the energy that is there to your advantage, which allows you then to plan your year, organize your year as to what you're going to be doing each month to gain the maximum benefit of that month and ultimately the year. If you would like to have a personalised yearly reading for 2018, that's going to be available on my website as a special for the months of December and January only. So if you would like to do that, follow my link on my webpage and you can book a personalised yearly reading, which will give you an overall idea of what it is, what 2018 holds for you personally. This is just a general reading, so while it's a general reading, it will still give you an indication of the energies that are available to you. But then it's up to you what you do with that energy and whether or not you utilize it. I'd also like to thank you all, Geminis, for subscribing and commenting on my channel. I really appreciate it. And for all those who have booked in for private readings, it's been really nice to connect with you on a one-to-one basis and give you your personalised reading. So thank you for that. So let's get underway and let's see what 2018 has for you. In January, so we start the year off with the Strength card, which is a fabulous card to have. You know, you've got this wonderful image of, lion strength. The lioness is coming out. Lion in the case of males, females, the lioness comes out. It's about having that strength to forge forward. So it's taking everything that's happened, and you've had quite a lot happening in 2017, and you've grown from that. So when you move into 2018, you move into the year with this new strength, this new force, this new determination of wanting to move forward, of being able to put in changes and make those changes. January is actually going to be a real year of realization for you. It's as if you get into January and go, oh, wow, well, 2017 is done, it's over, 2018 is ahead, and you just have this determination and this strength to be able to move forward and put in place what's needed. It's also, January is going to be a real review time of, well, what are you going to bring into 2018? What are you going to leave behind in 2017 that's no longer relevant for you? Is a toxic situation for you? Is a toxic person for you that you don't want to do that? You don't want to bring them over. So that requires some sort of strength, because there are going to be people around you that are going to want to still make their opinions and their way of doing things felt by you. They're still going to want to influence you. So you're going to have to guard, and that's what I get with this in January. You're guarding your territory. You're guarding the territory that you've made, the progress that you've made through 2017. And it's been not an easy journey, and you've gotten here into 2018, and you're going to guard that terrain, that territory fiercely, because it's yours. You're not going to let other people come in and put their opinions into the mix, because it really is your journey and it's about you. So January is really about laying down the foundations, letting people know who you are, what you're wanting, and where you're wanting to go. You're not wanting to be swayed and pulled in directions other than the one you want to go in. So that's, and it's going to be a real awakening for you. It's going to be like, whoa, I didn't, that's new. It's a new way of doing things. It's a new way of doing things, and that's good. I like that. That's really good. That's really good. So you're establishing yourself in January, establishing yourself, laying the foundations. Make sure they're nice and firm and strong about what you're wanting, you, not the people around you. Okay? Comes February, and you know that's going to pay off, because this is the card of abundance. And so people immediately think, well, financial abundance, but I get a sense of it's a global sort of abundance. It's abundance in everything. It's beautiful things. It's relaxation. It's a satisfaction with life. And with that brings in financial improvements, financial increases, creating. So what you're laying down in January stands you in good stead for February, because you're saying to the universe, well, this is what I want and I'm determined. You've got this determination. Gemini is the twins, and they're often, conflicting, but they've united in January, and you're really determined about what you're wanting, what direction you're moving in, and then February you reap the benefits of that. I feel like for some of you there's a promotion at work, or there's more money coming in at work. If you've got your own business, it's the energy that you're feeling sort of spreads through your business, through calling in the people that are going to benefit from you. You become more centered, more direction, more understanding. I think it's because you're clearer about what you want and what direction you're moving in. So that's really it. It creates benefit. You're at peace. You're reaching this really nice place where you are at peace with yourself, with where you're at, and happy and content. So February, you're really enjoying where you are, where you're at, where you're at. March is going to be a month for you. So this is self-inflicted too. So don't think, oh my God, that looks terrible. Well, it's not. It's in total your control totally. It is about what's going on in your mindset. So if you keep working at keeping it positive, you're going to not feel those effects very much at all. If you're going to collapse into despair and sleepless nights and worry and have things go over and over and over in your head, then you're going to feel that energy a lot more. So ease and grace. It's always about ease and grace and floating through it. Understand that March is going to be a month where you're going to just need to withdraw a little bit, where you're going to need to nurture yourself. You need to do nice things. You need to go for walks along the beach, go and have a massage, go and have a facial, go and spend time with friends or family that you absolutely love spending time with, that are uplifting. They're not going to dump their situation and problems onto you, but they are uplifting, nurturing. Play with your pets, do those sorts of things. Play with your children, grandchildren. To nurture yourself, bring in that love and that harmony, and get out of that headspace. Okay, because you're going to start wanting to cross bridges that you may never get to. So it's going to keep you awake at night. And I feel like there's no need to worry. It's just the head spin the energy that's there that you're going to get into. Okay, let's minimize that. Let's minimize that, because it's something that is created by you needlessly, but that's the energy as well that's around you, time of reflection. So do nice things in March. It's about nice things for you. Spend it with people that you love and that love you and nurture you and look after you. Okay? Do nice things for yourself in March. All right? Because that will pass. That will pass, And then you've got April. Happy times, happy times. If you're single, then there is a very high possibility that you're going to meet someone on a romantic level, a partner, start the initial stages of a relationship. If you're in a relationship, it would go to the next level. There's strong connections, stronger bonds are made. If you are married or living with someone, then that is going to be strengthened, okay, in April. That's going to be strengthened in April. It's going to become stronger. It's going to become stronger, okay? For some of you, you might realize that the relationship you're in is just not doing it for you, and there's an opportunity to meet someone else or redefine what it is you want in a relationship and move on from that. But it's about relationships, okay? April is really about relationships, and what you're looking for, what you're wanting to bring in. So there's opportunities there for all manner of new relationships starting, established relationships becoming stronger, or relationships that aren't working, that are toxic, just naturally falling away. It's just a month of relationships in April. Okay, in April. In May, the hangman. The hangman, it can be, the energy I get from that is really spiritual growth through some sort of adversities and some problems, hurdles, situations that you've come up against and come out of it well. There's still the effect of that spiritual growth, that deeper understanding of why situations are happening, what's causing them to happen, okay? It's also about balance. The hangman is also about balance. You can't stay in that position without having an ability to balance. So it's about balancing your energies, reassessing, looking at life's lessons and looking at the spiritual reasons behind them. Why did that happen? What have I learned? I've become the person that I've become. There's a deeper understanding of you, of the people around you, in May. So it's a month of reflection. May is a month of reflection as well. Okay. And then you've got June. June is, the energy sort of, the last 3 months are sort of about spiritual growth. It's about headspace. It's about working through situations. So they're going to be intense. They're going to be intense. But come June, I feel like the energy just all of a sudden lifts. There's new growth, there's new ideas, there's new energy, there's this youthful excitement, okay? And it's about having new ideas, putting them in place, starting to establish. For some of you, there's a new study, there's a new course that you're going to take. There's that either builds on knowledge that you've already got, or moving into a totally new field, being accepted into some sort of study. That's all come through. It could be establishing and having ideas of a new business, or expanding your business, or retraining at work to progress you to somewhere else further down the track. But there's this new ideas. So it's a real energy of excitement, of new ideas, of being inspired, and wanting to move to greener pastures. This is all, everything that you're going to be doing in June and driven to do and inspired to do is going to move you to some greener pastures, a better way of doing things, seeing things, puts you in a better financial situation as well. Okay, so that there's a lot of change with that as well. Come July, the devil is about temptation. It's about making decisions that you're needing to make for the right reasons. It's about not necessarily taking the easy road, but making those decisions that are going to benefit you in the long run. Okay, not be swayed and influenced by external people, situations, factors. For example, you might really be not liking where you're working and you want to change. It's easier to stay and keep working there because you've got your income, you know what you earn, you know the people, you know the environment, but you're miserable. Okay, the right choice would be looking for something else to move into, a new job or a new business or whatever it is, but changing, moving out of that toxic situation, which is the harder choice because it's taking you out of your comfort zone. So July is really going to be about reassessing and making some hard decisions, and making sure that those hard decisions are made for the right reasons, not because they're the easy option, not, you know, staying in a relationship because it's easy but you're miserable and you're hating it. It's harder to step out of a relationship and move out on your own for a while, and rediscovering yourself, because in the long run you're going to benefit from that. So there's all sorts of decisions for you to make in July, okay? Just when you make a decision, really ask yourself the big questions of why you're making those decisions. Is it because it's easy? Is it because it's what people around you expect you to make? People around you have an expectation of the way you're going to behave and how you're going to live your life and the choices and decisions you're going to make and what's going to influence those, because they're used to pulling your strings? Or are you going to sever those strings and think, well, no, what's good for me? I'm going to do what's good for me, which is better. So that's what the Devil card is all about. Reviewing the choices and decisions you've made. Okay? Honouring yourself. Honour yourself. Don't be pulled like a puppet on a string by other people around you. Okay? Because people will do that. If you're going to do what they want you to do and behave the way they want you, it's better for them. It's not necessarily good for you. You know what's good for you. Okay? So you need to do that. You need to do that. Okay? August. August is another hard one, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but you're going to feel, and this is more about how you're feeling, not the actual situation, okay? The energy that's around you is going to make you feel a little bit like you're out in the cold. So maybe the decisions that you've made here are not going to be easy, or they're not going to be easy decisions. They're not. They're going to really challenge you and test you. And you might spend August thinking, well, what have I done? You know, this is not as easy as I thought. It's, you know, it would have been easier to keep the status quo. This is what's going on in your head. You're going to feel like you're out in the cold. For some of you, it is going to be a signing of contracts or a change of religious views. You might discover spirituality. You might discover another religion that you're interested in. It could be reassessing your religious beliefs, be it spirituality, be it whatever it is. Whatever it is, there might be a reassessment of that as well, a challenge of that. So for some of you, it's signing of some sort of contracts. For some of you, it's a division of properties. Legal issues with a division of properties. So that might all be because of what's going on in July that's spilling through into August for some of you. Not for all of you, but for some of you. But the energy around that is really about looking at how you're thinking and what you're attracting. Because everything that happens in our life, everything that's around us is stuff that we attract. We attract that by our thought patterns, by the way we speak, the language that we use. You know, oh, that's too hard, or I can't do that. That is going to bring in that negative, you know, rather than, well, that's a challenge, but I'm sure I can achieve that. Or, you know, change your words, change the way you're talking to yourself, your self-talk. Be mindful of that. It's a challenge to do that. But when you feel yourself making negative comments, see if you can turn them around, okay? So that's what August is going to be about. It's about, you know, your self-talk and really lifting yourself up rather than pulling yourself down. Lift yourself up, and because there's a lot of goodness, a lot of abundance, there's a lot of wonderful things waiting for you, Gemini. So really it's about changing that mindset that's around you, okay? Changing the mindset that's around you. And, you know, September is again, I think 2018 for you is going to be really about having faith in yourself and how you're talking. This is, September. And in September, it's really about looking at not living in the past, not looking back in the past and this is what I've lost, this is the situations I've been in, this is the difficulties I've faced, but rather, instead of focusing here, which is the past, everything that's, all your dreams that are shattered haven't worked out the way you've wanted them to work out. And we all have that. But behind, if she turns around, behind her are 2 full cups. So there is still goodness there. There's still things there that she can see and appreciate and manifest and bring into her life if only she turns around. So, September for you is going to be a month of reflection. Don't spend too much time in the past. Don't spend too much time looking at what you've lost, but rather look at what you've gained, look at where you're heading, look at what you've got. So bring that around in September. The challenge of September is to really look to the future, live in the now, rather than look at what has gone on in the past. So bring it into the now, look at what you have and what you're working towards, because there's a lot there, because there's a lot in October. If you can manage to do that, the energy in October is going to be intensified. The King of Coins is about strength. It's about integrity. It's about abundance. It's about manifesting. It's about bringing in everything good that is around you, that is able to be given to you. So the universe has got all this sitting and waiting for you. All you have to do is change the way you're viewing things, change the way you're seeing things, and it will be given to you. It will be there. So come October, the rewards are all there. The abundance is all there. You're getting your life back on track and moving, forging ahead. Your projects are taking off. So what you've started in January and February with your strength and with your ability to manifest is really going to move forward. The retraining, the new love that's there waiting for you, it's all going to come in. It's all going to come in, so that seems to be a balance of a lot of internal stuff and that's good. That's good, because rather than bury all of that stuff, you bring it forward, you bring it out and you deal with it. You deal with it, you process it and you release it, rather than burying it so that it'll come up later and it's a lot harder. Just bring it up and deal with it and move it on. I don't want that anymore. That's done. Done and dusted, done and dusted. Let's bring in the good stuff. Okay, so that's October. There's abundance. There's an energy of nothing can go wrong, whatever it is you want. There's a real strength. There's a real attraction of all good things. That's the energy that's around you. So it's really an energy of manifesting what it is you want, what you want to bring in, because it's all sitting waiting for you. By November, works really good, works really productive. You're really in a really good place. You're in a really good place of you're admired. I feel like there's admiration for your work. You have a talent, you have a gift in whatever it is that you're doing, and so there's real admiration for that. And the work's coming in, the money's coming in, the finances are coming in. You're on an even keel. You're on an even keel. It's all balancing out, which is fantastic, because you've created it in October and it comes through. Doesn't disappoint you in November. By December, there's a real tranquility. This is the Palace of Cups, which is a real tranquility. There's a calmness about the depths, and they're your inner depths. They're your spiritual depths. They're the depths within you. There's a calmness. There's a dealing with all the issues. You've done the work through the year, so you've dealt with it. You're at peace with it. You've got the Knights of Cups there, guarding that sacred place, which is you, which is the depths of you. All the deep sea creatures are coming to the surface in peace, in harmony, in tranquility. So December is going to be a really lovely, tranquil, calm sort of month. There's also travel there for you, so don't be surprised if you end up somewhere where it's surrounded by water, a nice island, tropical island, or in the sun, enjoying yourself. There is a vacation there. There's travel there for you as well across water. But the energy that I'm feeling by the end of the year is so peaceful, so tranquil. It's just this inner peace. Everything's as it should be, because the last 3 months are really just going to take off. They're just going to take off. You're in a good place. You're in a really good place. So that you've got a bit of a mixed bag here. You've got months where you can really just enjoy it, reap in all the goodness, and there's months where you're having to do the internal work to leave the past in the past. That's really your challenge in 2018. Leave that in the past and move on and see what you've learnt. Okay, so I'm going to give you an overall card now on, these are the Angels of Abundance cards. Let's see what is here for you. This will give you an overall. Okay, let go of guilt. Part of the baggage from the past. Let go of guilt. That's part of the processing. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done. Trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. So, that's that. Let it go. Leave it in the past. Leave it in the past. No regrets. They're regrets. Okay? So just remember when you're, in July and September, call this up. Have a look at this card again. I'll put it up closer for you. Okay? Remember that, because that's really important. That's really important. And then let's have a look at your spiritual journey. What spiritual advice does the universe have for you as an overview of your year? It's really, it's going to be a very productive year for you. You'll really come out of it absolutely shining. Absolutely shining. And you're going to have so many wonderful moments throughout the year as well. So let's have a look. Sharing. So it's about sharing the good times, sharing, going out, socializing, mixing with people, like-minded people, people that you can share things with, that you can open up with, that you feel safe with. Look at the colors in that. It's just beautiful. That they're just beautiful colors. Just you're sharing your inner light, inner beauty, because you've got that, Gemini. You're just wonderful people. So, share that and make sure you get some back too in your nurturing of yourself. Just make sure you also get that back. Okay, so that's quite an interesting spread. It's quite an interesting spread. I think you're going to have a mixed bag of a year, and if you do your work, you're going to come out of it shining so brightly. There's a lot of goodness coming in there as well. A lot of newness, an opportunity for new things to come in, which is always good. Absolutely. So I hope you found that beneficial. I hope that you've enjoyed your projection for 2018. And if you would like to have a personal reading for your 2018, follow the link below and you can book that in. It's only for the month of December and January, and then I'm going to remove it. So you've got a window of 2 months to decide. Thank you, Gemini. Enjoy.